We have, as part of our 25th annual general meeting of ARM Chapter 12, a very special guest who probably needs no introduction, but we'll do it anyway. Olivia Chow, one of the 102 mayoralty candidates who are running in this special mayoralty by-election in Toronto, but from the get-go has been leading the polls, and we're very pleased to welcome you, Olivia, and also, of course, hear both your vision that you have for the city and some of the challenges that you will be facing if you're successful, of course.
Yeah. Good morning, everybody. It's wonderful to see some old friends at OSSTF. I see a lot of smiling faces. And my mom and dad were both teachers. My dad was a secondary school teacher and then became a school superintendent in Hong Kong, British system. And my mom was an elementary teacher, so I came from a line of educators. And as you know, I was a school trustee and worked very closely with OSSTF for quite a few years there. And then afterwards, right, members nodding their head, right? In the old days, should I say, that when my dad unfortunately couldn't find a job because there were a lot of teachers at the time in the 70s, and he had a nervous breakdown. He was never able to teach and wasn't able to work after that. And my mom, with one job as a hotel maid, she didn't get back to teaching either, was able to feed the family and still rent a good apartment over at St. Jamestown. But life right now is so much more expensive and unaffordable for young people that are starting off, but also for seniors, because a third of the people waiting for affordable housing over at the city are seniors. You're looking at, 30,000 seniors waiting for more than 10 years for affordable housing. My gosh, right? And then once they get in, sometimes they need extra help. Homemaker services, personal support workers, and all of that kind of thing. Or Meals on Wheels, all of that. And they're expensive. They're fragmented in terms of service. We really need to improve a lot of it. And my dad, and my mom and dad both went through it, because my mom had serious rheumatoid arthritis. My dad had diabetes and then had dementia, from Alzheimer's to dementia, and finally had to move into a long-term care home. And between them, and they passed in their, when they're 94, and between them, I had coordinating all these services for them. And I have the financial means to do it, and I know how to do it, but by gosh, it's really hard. It's getting harder. It's getting more expensive. It's getting more fragmented. The city have homemaker services. We have long-term care. We have public health nurses. We used to build affordable housing, and then we stopped for the last decade. That's why we're in trouble in many ways, right? We could do so much better. Together, we could build more affordable housing. We can have better homemaker services and PSWs and coordinate it. The 10 long-term care homes is highest quality that the city have, as proven during the COVID times, right? And where people are having real difficulty and getting COVID in for-profit homes, not the percentage is much smaller than in long-term care homes that's run by the city. We have 10 of them, and we could expand that service. When a private homes go up to sale, we can partner with the province and said, look, we need more beds. Why don't we have the first right of refusal with the province providing some financial support? We could actually bring that into our portfolio. We could do all that. We could have better TDC service. We're opening up libraries 7 days a week. Right now it's closed, mostly closed on Sunday, which makes no sense. We could make TDC safer, faster, and more reliable. You just need the political will. I have the experience and the get it done kind of attitude to make it happen. So together with all of you, let's do this. Let's go and create a city that's more affordable, more caring, safer, where everyone feels they belong. So join me. Tomorrow is Advanced Poll Day. Hey, you can, after 10 o'clock, you can start voting. We can do it tomorrow. Let's do it together. Because together we are stronger. Let's do this, okay? So yeah, I'm open to any questions. And yeah, thank you for allowing me to take a few minutes to join you in your AGM.
So Olivia, what timelines you actually have? Because we'll have to limit the questions if you're really pressed for time, but we would like to have as much time with you as
I
possible.
think I can do 5-10 minutes or so. I need to go to a Sumer radio debate. One more debate. This is debate number 7. I need to get there to do the debate before noon. So I need to leave quite soon, but
Okay.
5-10 minutes is good.
So let's say 10:45 then, okay? So if that's okay, and then we'll just have a couple questions and not too long of introductions, please.
Yeah, probably 10 minutes is max because I need to,
Okay.
put my jacket on and all that.
All right.
So our first questioner is Michelle, and then I've got Charlie after that. Michelle?
And by the way, you can put things in chat. I can,
Michelle, you're
I'm
muted.
very good at multitasking. Put stuff on chat and I could answer it there too.
Hi, Olivia. I have a question about the on-ramp onto the Gardner from the south end. As a longtime resident of Southeast Scarborough, you, I'm sure, understand that we have a hard time getting downtown. Could you explain why we're not getting access to the Gardner? As far as I understand it, you would be canceling the ramp that's supposed to be going back onto the Gardner that was taken off in the East End.
No. No. We're just only talking the little stuff between from Cherry, going into DVP. No, from Cherry, there will still be a ramp going up to DVP. It's just that little piece, just east of Cherry Street. Okay, so it opens. So it's not. We're not
so where would the ramp go from?
It would go from Lakeshore. Okay, and so sorry, not Lakeshore. The Gardner will come down onto the ground. Rather than rebuilding it, it saves about $500 million. And it opens up for 8,000 folks, household to live by the waterfront. And you will still have a ramp to go up to DVP. And the project is going to start in 3 years at 2016. Sorry, 2026. Pardon me. Yeah.
Michelle,
So
I'm going to
we're
interrupt.
taking it down and not rebuilding it. It's falling. The thing is in very bad shape anyway, right?
Okay, thank you.
Because right now it takes us a long time to get anywhere.
Michelle, I'm sorry.
No, I get it. See the thing, absolutely. So congestion is best dealt with by getting much better TDC services. But when you're driving, you still need to get on the ramp. So no problem with that. And the city is taking it down anyway. The question is, and then rebuilding it. It's not east of the DVP part. Okay, east of the DVP, not touching. It's fine.
I'm going to go to the next
It's already
questioner.
down.
That's
It's
Charlie.
already down, that piece. Okay.
Thank you. I'm going to go to Charlie Hawks. Charlie, the next question. Then after that, we've got Susan on the chat and then Paul Costa, and that might be the last of them. So go
Okay.
ahead, Charlie.
Okay, Olivia, it seems your opponents are focusing upon taxes and upon how much the tax hike, a necessary tax hike is going to be. I've heard you say that the way to form a budget is decide upon the needs of the city, then decide on what taxes are necessary or how much they should be. I think we would all agree on that. Shelley Carroll, former budget chief way back, has said, and in the long run, probably what Toronto needs is a 1% increase in the HST, and that would cover a lot of the budget shortfall. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, before Rob Ford was elected, we dealt with budget for decades, putting people first. Look at the services and then come up with the budget, negotiate with the federal provincial government. And then it went backwards, picking a number out of thin air. And then look at the result, right? The result is we have people on the streets, no affordable housing bill, TDC in decline, all of those things that are not very good. So and then on top of that, we are looking at oh, I see another question on Susan. How will you get the funding for building more co-op housing, right? So that we're looking at two different kind of funding sources on that one. And others is for people that buy homes that are more than 3 or 4 million, like 10 million, 11 or 12, 20 million. They are for those homes, it's only 2% of all the home sales each year. They pay more in their when they buy a home, right? So that would generate some money. And then other money is to the other way is for land speculators that buy out homes and but not able to, they just leave it vacant. We're increasing the vacancy rate from 1% to 3%. And that would generate about 43 million. So I see here, and
Olivia,
yeah.
the next question, the next
But
person with the
I just
question.
wanted to say we are not taking the Gardner down. Let's be
Okay.
really clear. It's taken down, or that the piece that we're talking about is already taken down. It's the question of whether we're going to rebuild it. We still would have to ramp to DVP. Okay, just want to be very clear. We're not talking about taking down the Gardner. I'm on it quite a bit. So
The next question is from Paul Costa. Paul?
Thank you very much, Chris. Hi, Olivia. I was going to ask one question, but I really wanted to get at this. I know you're trying to make it very clear, but Michelle asked that. I just want to reemphasize this point. For those of us that live in Scarborough, I grew up in the middle of the city at Yonge and Lawrence, lived there most of my life in that area, but I've moved to Scarborough over the last 20 years and so. And I remember when we built the Sky Dome, when we built a lot of things downtown, the social contract that we had for all of us in the Toronto area was that we were going to build those things downtown instead of building them in Downsview and Scarborough, wherever, so that all of us would have it in one area, that all of us were going to be able to get downtown no problem, whether by effective transit, which we don't have, or by our cars. And many of us in Scarborough rely on our cars. And the mentality that I have a difficulty with, and I'm not saying you're expressing this, Olivia, but there are many people that I've dealt with in my life who believe that somehow downtown Toronto is an exclusive neighborhood for them. That those of us who come from Scarborough, maybe Etobicoke, North York, we don't have as many opportunities to come down as the people that live there. I want to leave the message with you, please. Don't forget us in Scarborough. Don't forget us, those of us who live here, who want to be able to go to the Blue Jays game, to go to the Raptors, the Maple Leaf game, go to the opera, go to the ballet, go to the theater. Those areas belong just as much to me who lives in Scarborough as they do to the person that lives down town. So I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make a speech.
It
but
was a
that's what it's
speech.
turned out to be. So I just want to leave it there. Thank you for your indulgence,
Yeah.
everyone.
I would always support Scarborough. I'm an immigrant, and immigrants settled in Scarborough a whole lot. And my campaign office, the first one I opened is in Scarborough, is at 3333 Danforth, is a Scarborough and Pharmacy. And I just want to, because I see two more questions on the Gardner, I just want to say that is from Cherry to DVP. It's different. It's then it's west. Okay, so west of Cherry, right? And it's a close ramp that are east of DVP. Okay, so so I just want to be clear that everybody's talking about taking down Gardner, the whole Gardner. We're not doing anything of that sort. So don't worry. It's just not the right information. Okay. You can find that stuff. I put it in a website, or you know what? I could send it if those folks are interested. Send me an email over. So it's hard to explain without me showing you a map. Send an email to me at info@oliviachow.ca, and I could respond to you accordingly. Okay. So I also said there, Roman has a really good point. I will always support Ukraine. I believe in democracy. I was at the different rallies at City Hall in support of Ukraine. And for quite a while, my Twitter handle have the Ukrainian flag. Because what Putin is doing is just horrifically bad.
Olivia.
Okay, thank you so much.
We're getting near
Yeah,
the end here, but I
yeah,
just
I
want to
have
end
to
it with a
run
good
off.
news, a good information story. We normally, as a tradition, when we have a politician or decision maker as a keynote speaker, that we make a donation to the person's preferred charity. And so if you either could tell us now or have Devin email to me which charity, we would be donating $150 to that charity. So I just wanted you to leave that with you that, and wish you good luck, of course. And of course, we will be encouraging people to vote, advance poll or on election day, and hopefully they will put the X beside your name. So, but best of luck. And we'll keep watching you as you perform in those debates. Okay, so thanks again for the time you've shared with us today.
Thank you very much for giving me that opportunity. Take care. Bye-bye.
I know.
Bye.